computer because God only knows where it goes in the cloud, and I'm not trying to be all like that. So Danielle, do you want to kick it off or what? Okay, cool. Let me go and share my screen really fast. If you have questions, first and foremost, please put them in the comments. We have leaders on here that can answer questions for us if we're speaking at the time. And if we need to, we can pop in and answer those questions at any point. I'm going to attempt to make this large. There we go. And I'm going to put myself on mute. And Danielle, you are golden, girl.
All right. Yep. And don't be, like Heather was saying, don't be afraid to put anything in the chat, because most likely if you have the question, somebody else does too. Okay. So before we dive into our first slide, I think we were all just going to tell you a little bit about us. Quick little intro. I'm Danielle Howe. I'm the founder of Anchored Empire. I have been a coach for 7.5 years, and I originally signed up because I was tired of, you know, working out, yo-yo dieting, falling off, yo-yo dieting, falling off, all the things. And I finally felt like I had a grasp over my third attempt of insanity and was like, okay, I don't want to fall off again. I need some form of accountability. And so when my coach, who ended up quitting right after I signed up, reached out to me, I instantly knew, like, I don't want to be a part of your boot camp. I want to run a boot camp. Like, that's just how I am. You don't have to make me work out. I'll do it. And so I knew that I needed to do this. Well, Strictly was for the discount, signed up, saw the income opportunity, and was like, I'm going to run with this. I'm going to do it. And so I hit diamond within 3 months after figuring out I'm going diamond. And then I had set a goal to bring my husband home from his full-time job. I did that within 11 months, insert income disclaimer. And then we hit a rough patch of infertility, and it kind of put me down a downward spiral. And Beachbody is what helped me regain myself, recommitting to my workouts and my nutrition, and realizing that the best thing that I could do in that moment was to fuel my body as best as I could so that I could conceive, if Lord willing. And in 2016, we were blessed with, well, 2017, I found out I was pregnant in 2016 with our miracle. And I was a daycare provider for 7 years and 8 years. And when I got pregnant with our second, I knew that even though I loved daycare, I no longer wanted to hold everyone else's baby. I wanted to hold mine. And so it then became like, okay, before this second baby gets here, we're done. I'm replacing daycare income with my Beachbody income so that I can become a present mom and not have to worry about sickness being in our home and not being able to take off time work, and just be present, do crafts with my babies and not 10 other kids. And so I did that. July 3rd was my last day running daycare of 2019. And I've been a full-time coach here with my babies and present with my babies and doing all the things that I ever dreamed of. And these workouts and the nutrition and the community of our team and my boot camps and everything pulled me out of postpartum depression. It pulled me out of so much. I just can't even begin to, I could never imagine a different company because of what health and fitness has given me and my family. And so that's a little bit about me. I'm excited to share more, but I think a couple of us were going to share our story really quick.
I can go. My name is Heather Harrison, and I am the founder of the Embrace Empire. I have been coaching now for 5 years. And back in 2014, just to kind of bring it back to where it started, I was pregnant with my second daughter after being diagnosed with Hashimoto's and celiac disease. I sent my husband to Saudi Arabia to start his career over there, and I was at home with a daughter that was 18 months old at the time. And then in January of 2015, you guys, here's my kind of background. I was a college athlete growing up, and I ran. I loved running. That was my passion. I was obsessed with it. I took on long distance running after. And then with my second daughter, I ran my last half marathon when I was 6 weeks pregnant. So that just kind of stopped there. Then in January of 2015, I had my second daughter, and I had a girl pop into my messages knowing that I was moving overseas. And first and foremost, I said, no, 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 like 6 times, like, no, I don't need this. I'm going to go back to running. I've got this down. I can lose the 45 pounds, not a big deal. June came around of that year. I had just moved my 9-week-old daughter at the time, my 2-year-old, over to a country where, if you guys don't know anything about Saudi, back then I couldn't drive. I had to cover up. I relied on my husband so much. And I was 40 pounds heavier at the time. And I really got into a rut. I went from a full-time 6-figure earner in a corporate setting to a stay-at-home mom, which was not my, like, it wasn't my jam. I never thought I wanted to be this stay-at-home mom. So, and finally, after 6 times of saying no, I knew I needed something to do while my kids were napping, as far as getting healthy again. My background's nutrition psychology, so I love nutrition. I just didn't know how to deal with nutrition and having Hashimoto's and celiacs. It was just a different avenue for me, one that I loved learning about. So my first round of 21-day fix, I lost about 6 pounds and pretty close to the 15 inches. And I came home that summer and I went all in with coaching. I was able to provide a financial income for my family while I was overseas, but I also had this community of women that I really desperately needed because I was lonely. I didn't have my family. I didn't have my friends there anymore. And I started this business from my kitchen table about 10,000 miles overseas. So I went through my ups and downs. If you guys don't know what Diamond is, that is your first leadership rank. I did that in the span of 60 days. And then I just kind of stabilized. I knew the actions that I had to do, but my coach wasn't coaching. I didn't have an upline. I didn't know what I was doing. And when it's really tough to get on calls when I'm 9 hours ahead, I didn't have anybody to go to. And so my coach quit. And then my upline now, Lori Stewart, has been an amazing mentor, but has also allowed me to grow and do what I need to do. And in November of 2017, I had something placed in front of me, and it said, you either go back to work or you make this work full time. It was at that point that I knew I had moved back to Texas with my girls. My daughters had started kindergarten, and there was no way I was going to allow there was no way I was going to have to drop them off at daycare at 5 o'clock in the morning to drive an hour downtown to go to work. So that's when I drew the line in the sand. Last year, the 2 other leaders that are on here, we went running in August of last year. And I put it in front of them and I said, look, let's end the year as a 2-star team. We actually ended the year as a 3-star premier team, which is an amazing, amazing accomplishment. And then we locked in 4-star premier back in July of this year. With that being said, you guys, your journey is your journey, and not I've had a lot of ups and downs. I've had times where I didn't think it was possible. I have sacrificed and I have worked really hard, and I've said no a lot of times to things that have been presented to me, and times I wanted to go out. So, and times I wanted to do things, but I said no because this has been an opportunity that's been given to me, and it's my obligation to take it and run with it. So yes, you work very, very hard with this business, but it's so rewarding and it's so much fun.
All right. So my name is Amanda Steins. I am the founder of the Empower Project. And I actually got started because I I'm a mom. I'm a fertility warrior. So I actually had to go through fertility treatments to have both of my boys. And if you've been through that, I know Danielle said she has, then you know that all that stuff takes a toll on your body. Well, after I had my second son, I gained probably about 50 pounds. I was feeling really unhealthy. That pregnancy just totally wiped me out. And after I had him, I knew I had to do something. I tried counting my calories. I tried working out here and there whenever I could, but I just was not being held accountable. I definitely was not holding myself accountable, and nobody was holding me accountable either. So um, Heather Harrison is actually my coach. And so I reached out to her. Her and I were friends a long time ago. So I reached out to her and told her, like, I need help. I see you doing all this stuff. I see you running these groups. I need help. I need to get this weight off. I need to start feeling better in my own skin. And I don't know what else to do. I've tried doing it on my own and it's not working. So at that time, we had a new program coming out with a step, and some of y'all may know that's Transform 20. So she was like, I'm starting this group. Why don't you go ahead and get this pack? And okay, backing up a little bit, I have like a sugar addiction. So my entire pregnancy with my youngest son, it came out like fierce. I probably had a bag of like giant M&Ms every day. It was so bad. So I had to get that out. I had to cut out the sugar, and I had to find a way to get it out of my system. So she was like, let's get you set up with a challenge pack. Let's get you set up with Shakeology. Let's get you set up with these portion control containers. They're really going to control how much you're eating and that you're putting the right stuff in your body. And let's just start fresh. And so I said, why not? What I'm doing now isn't working. I've got to try something else. So I started my first week and was obsessed with the community. I had done an outdoor boot camp for years, and it was great. I would wake up at like 5 o'clock in the morning, go meet people in a dark parking lot, and we would work out for an hour. And then that was it. There was no more accountability for the rest of the time we were there. There was no accountability on nutrition. There's no accountability like on the rest of the day, like how are you feeling, like what's going on. So just 1 week into this new program, and that people actually cared what I was doing throughout the day. They actually cared if I was struggling with my nutrition. There were actual like resources for like recipes and what to do to get over a funk. And there was actually somebody I could call or text and say, hey, like what's wrong? What's going on here? So I actually signed up to be a coach because of the discount, right? Like I'm going to use the Shakeology. She says it works. So I'm going to use that. So I'm going to sign up as a coach, but I do not want to coach. And I'll kind of go into this a little bit more later on in the presentation, but I did not want to coach at all. I started to see some of the trips that people were going on and the fun stuff they were doing. And about that time I had, some of my friends asking like, what are you doing? You look so good. You've dropped some weight. And I was telling them what I was doing and they were becoming interested. So I was like, okay, let me see kind of what this whole coaching thing is about. And so I kind of, fast forward a little bit, just dove in and loved it and decided to go in full force. And I am actually now full-time coaching. I came from not wanting to do it at all, like you could not talk me into it, to falling in love with the process and the results and helping other people do this too. So now I'm doing it full-time. It's truly amazing. But that is a little bit about my story. I won't take up too much more time, and I'll pass it over to Chelsea to give hers.
All right, I'm Chelsea. I have been around Beachbody since I was in high school. I didn't personally do it when I was in high school, but my mom bought the P90X DVDs all the way back in the day. So we're talking like 2017. No, wait, 2007. Guys, I'm super tired, so just bear with me here. And so I've been around Beachbody for a really long time, and I actually started my own journey with Beachbodies. Exactly, Danielle, newborn problems. And so I started my journey with Beachbody in 2014 when I was watching an infomercial. And yep, back in those days when they were still promoting, well, I guess they still are now too. Good old infomercial with Shaun T and his brand new program that guaranteed results in 25 minutes a day. So my butt went online and ordered it through Beachbody, and I just ordered the DVDs. And then it came on February 9th. I have pictures from my first day. And I started with my husband, well, our roommate at the time. And we just got it started, and I did it. And I did the first phase and lost like 10 pounds, I think. Then we moved, joined a gym, and then never really finished the program. So it's 10 weeks. I did 6 of them, I think. But every single time I started and stopped and started and stopped. The first program I would always put in was that cardio workout from T25 every single time. And so on January 2nd, 2017, after a really hard fall of 2016, I had some family issues with some family members who had some medical conditions that were basically contributed because of unhealthy habits. So my one grandmother was in the hospital for edema, where basically her legs were leaking fluid because there was nowhere else for the fluid to go. And she ended up getting MRSA because of it. And then the other one had a heart attack. And so they were in the hospital the same weekend. And then I let Christmas go by. The Friday before New Year's, I stepped on the scale weighing 285 pounds and didn't really know what to do. And then I was already paying for a subscription at that point too, for another like nutrition program. And then went and got on Monday morning, woke up, which was January 2nd. And I just started, I put in the DVDs and I started tracking my food, and I kept doing that. And it was 3 months into my journey, when I normally give up, that I created my fitness account. Well, as soon as you create a fitness account and you start tagging all of the Beachbody programs, all of the coaches come in. And so I had lost about, well, I'm trying to think, like 40 or 50 pounds. And that's when I think Heather stumbled upon my account at that point. And I still wasn't coaching, but posting things and doing things. And it would take me, I would eventually start drinking Shakeology later that fall. So it's been 3 years since then. But it took me until December of 2018 to join Heather's team. And ever since then, I've been running the business and going all in. That first year of doing the programs, I lost 90 pounds. It would take me 4 months of doing 80-day obsession to lose the rest of my 100. And then eventually I would get down to losing 115 pounds total. And so I'm one of those ones with the crazy transformation and everything. And so I would maintain. I ended up running the business and ended up going diamond, I think, in 10 months from when I joined, and have continued. My goal for it is to eventually be able to bring myself home, and also then figure out what my husband wants to do. I don't know if he'll ever quit work, but I don't know if he always wants to work in the oil company industry. And so figuring out what he wants to do. And so for me now, my life has entirely changed. So right after I hit diamond, we went on our diamond retreat. Little did I know that I was like super like new pregnant, like fairy dust size pregnant, when we were in Florida, and came home and I felt like trash. And so my first 2 months of my pregnancy hit me super hard. And so whatever, I'm going to give you this, guys, as a tip. If you start working your business, don't stop. because it takes a while for your momentum to catch up. And then I mentioned this earlier before we started recording, but I also ref field hockey and lacrosse. And so I'm a college coach or college official. And I'm a college official. And so when COVID happened, my income got slashed. So I really hustled and started to work the business and do those types of things. And so that's kind of where I like really started to find my groove in different things. And now I am 9 weeks postpartum. I am back on the more of the fitness journey side of it again, going all in with my nutrition and all of that other stuff. And really also working on my mental health, because I know I had some depression for a while during my pregnancy. I haven't really had any postpartum yet, but I know that it could happen, especially as I spend more time in this room going back to work yesterday. So I am also, like Heather put in the chat, I'm a full-time counselor. I ref field hockey and lacrosse, and then I work at my business as well. So I am super busy. So if you guys are busy, I'm a new mom working full-time and family constantly around too. So just, you can do this. Don't let time be an excuse. Yes, and pumping around the clock. I actually need to go do that now, but we're not going to yet. So I'm going to talk about what we do as coaches. So as coaches, I mean, clearly I kind of just went over pretty much everything that we do. So our main focus is us first, right? So we are wanting to make sure that we are taking care of ourselves, because we, and as people and as and I'm going to say this too as counselors, because I never really thought about it. Like when I was in grad school, they preached self-care. I guarantee you all of my friends and I thought they were nuts and wacko. We were like, we don't need self-care. We don't need this. And then we got in the real world and we were like, oh, we need self-care. And so this is part of your self-care, guys. Like your health. I was that career, like that 20-something career-driven person who let their health go and was miserable. Like I was literally miserable. And when I started my journey, like it brought part of my life back, and it brought part of me back that I didn't have. So focusing on the nutrition and on the exercise was something for me that filled that void that I was missing. And then from there, it spiraled into doing personal development and spiraled into doing all these other things and wanting to take better care of myself. And every day it continues to want to do something more. So investing in different products and different things along those lines. Our products are amazing. So for us to be good coaches, we have to be proof of the products. You got to do the workouts. Even when you're 9 months pregnant and you don't feel like it, you do the workouts. I was there. Even on those days that you just don't want to, you will feel better. And that's what this community gives you, is that extra accountability. Being a coach makes you more accountable on your journey, because you don't want to not show up for your people. Our products, guys, if you haven't tried them, are incredible. So we have everything from Shakeology, which is our super nutrient dense nutrition. We have the collagen, which is awesome for your hair and your nail growth. My nails, guys, like never got brittle during my pregnancy, and I swear to God, it's from collagen. There's the supplement line. Yes, your joints and your hair and your skin. The performance line, which is the Energize. If you don't know what Energize is, I'll send you a pack. There's Energize, Hydrate, which is one of my favorite things. I think it's the most underrated product that we probably have. There's Recover. I drink it after runs. I drink it after lifting. There are cardio days I drink it just because it hurts some days. There is the Recharge, which is awesome for you to drink at night, especially if you feel like you're ultra sore. So when I was reffing lacrosse and doing a reffing field hockey last year and reffing field hockey, I was having to drink the Recharge so that way I could wake up in the morning and do my workouts. And there's also the creatine. I have never tried it. I will admit that I've never tried the creatine. There is also all of the Shakeology boosts. So you've got collagen, which is technically one. You've got Power Greens, which is a great way to get more vegetables in. You've got Focused Energy, which is an awesome way to get more energy in it. And then there's also the Digestive Boost if you've got a sensitive stomach. We now have Bevy, which isn't on here. Guys, Bevy is awesome. Also, fun fact, if you have anybody who is a nursing mama, let them know, because that thing will definitely improve your supply. Trust me. We have the refreshes, which are awesome if you're just trying to get your body back on schedule. You've got the 21-day ultimate reset. I've never done it. I want to at some point. We've got the beach bars, which are a healthy alternative to the crappy chewy bars and things like that. And then you've got daily sunshine, which is an awesome way. And guys, the best thing is that we have hundreds and thousands of workouts at your fingertips, literally at your fingertips, that you can take anywhere. You can do them on your phone. You can do them on your laptop. You can do them on your smart TV. Now there's all of the nutrition programs that we're giving people. There's also the meditations and the things like that. Like, guys, I literally counted the other day, the things that we now have in one app, I used to have 4 or 5 for. So it's amazing how much content and value we're giving people for $100 just for that. Plus the supplements and stuff. I mean, it's awesome. Everything. I've never had anything that I wouldn't just rave about. I mean, that's pretty much what I've done so far. So.
Okay, so next thing we're going to talk about is sharing on social media. When you become a coach, I think that all of us have probably seen some people that they sign up with whatever company, insert whatever company you've seen, and all of a sudden it's like their whole social media becomes that company, right? Like, it's no longer them, it's this product that they represent. That is not what we do. That's not who we are. When you sign up as a coach, Chelsea is still Chelsea. Amanda's still Amanda. Annie is still Annie. You just have sprinkles of Beachbody in there. Like, when I signed up as a coach, I was still Danielle, but look, I'm bettering my health and fitness. This is part of my life now too. It's no different than when you become a mom and you are now a mom, and that you're adapting to that. Those are changes in your life that's happening, and you're sharing normal life, but now as a mom too. So we are authentically sharing our journey and our experiences. We're sharing the products. You'll see if you watch your coach's stories, they're probably showing, a boomerang of Energize before their workout. They're probably showing clips of their workouts, but they're probably also showing videos of their kids or playing outside, or I always go to a coffee shop and I always share my little coffee shop journey, like little things. I still share my life, but I also have sprinkles of Beachbody in there because that's who I am. So as I think Chelsea was saying, we always focus on our own results first. It's taking care of ourselves first and foremost. That's the number one reason I originally became a coach. It's because I needed it for me. So every single day I fill up my cup before helping fill up everybody else's. And that should be your first priority as a coach always. If you are a coach, you sign up and you think that at some point, well, I can take a step back and focus on me first. No. That's what we do as coaches. That's what you should be doing as a coach, is taking care of yourself, right? And that comes in so many different forms, but showing up on social media every single day and building that credibility, that trust, and for people to see, they're going to see, wow, like, she's getting results. She's staying accountable. She's not falling off. Like, this is a consistent thing. This is a lifestyle change. It's not temporary, right? Like, coaching is the answer for a lot of people because it's heightened accountability. So once you decide what success looks like for you, according to however you want to become a coach, where you want to take your business, we will talk about that next. But that is up to you. Like, it's your goal, it's your goals, your dreams, whatever you want with your business, and your coach will match whatever you want out of that. But the thing is that when you sign up as a coach, we're not striving for perfection. right? You're just you. You're showing the good and the bad. Like, I'm not just this highlight reel. I share the hard times. I don't want to get up at 6 a.m. every morning, but I do because I have dreams and goals, right? Like, I want to have that time in the morning with my husband before the kids wake up. I want to have that time to get my mind right before my very active children get up and are nonstop. So one of the beauties of signing up with our team is that you get trainings and you get content to share for your own groups. You get to be a part of your team's challenge groups. So you're not doing it on your own at first until you're ready to branch off and do your own. You're a part of an amazing community that we're all empowering each other and lifting each other up, and we're showing you the ropes on how to do things. You may have seen coaches that share meal plans or really amazing posts in their boot camps. All those things are provided for you. You aren't creating all this content. That's what's so cool, is that when you sign up with a team like ours, you get these resources to be able to use for your own people on your own journey. So I often like to say that, when it comes to, and you'll see this when you find the people that, are the real down to earth people that you enjoy following. Facts tell, stories sell. You are probably way more drawn to the people that have a story behind what they're saying. If you're like, this is my Energize, you should have it, people aren't going to be into it. But if you're like, dude, I've been nursing all day long, I'm exhausted, and this drink is what saves me every day, that's a little more powerful, because that's probably going to connect to another mom that's been up nursing all night too, right? And then she'll be like, oh my gosh, I need that stuff. And really having a story behind it, instead of just facts tell, stories sell, right? You have to be you and be genuine about what you're leading with, and leading by example to build that credibility and trust. So Heather, Chelsea, Amanda, do we want to talk about time and how we each kind of fit this in throughout social media and stuff? I think we can quickly go over that, or whoever wants to. So I think it's really important to talk about how we make it with time, because that's everyone's struggle, right? It's like everybody's busy. We all have the same 24 hours in a day, but we're all busy. And I always say that busy people know how to be successful, and it's because busy people know how to get their crap done. They just do. They know how to delegate. They know how to prioritize. So there's nothing wrong with being busy. There's nothing wrong with that. So what your schedule looks like can be completely different from what Danielle's schedule looks like, or Heather's schedule looks like. My schedule now is totally different than it was when I ran a daycare. When I ran a daycare, I was getting up an hour before daycare kids arrived so that I could get work done. Then I was working while they were eating their lunch, in between handing them seconds or thirds. I was trying to post in my challenge groups or respond to messages or whatever I was doing. Then during nap, I was getting my workout done. I was cleaning the house. And then if I had any spare time, I was trying to work my business more. Then at night, I worked probably 1 to 2 hours, depending, if I could. And that wasn't every single night. But I also have gotten really good at having boundaries and making my hours, phones down at 8:30 at night, and having that family time, not having phones during dinner, really making this a scheduled thing and working from a to-do list. Like, now, this is my full-time job. I pretty much work in the cracks of mom life. So I do have a pretty secured schedule. Like, I get up before the kids, then I get the kids up and we work out, and then I make breakfast and make my husband's meals for the day. And then we have breakfast. Then I sit down and I work for a little bit while the kids play. Then we go outside and I get to play with my kids for a while. No phones, just playing, having a good time. Then we come back in, I make lunch, and while they eat lunch, I'm working. I'm getting a power 30 in, and I'm working for 30 minutes, and I'm working from a to-do list because I don't want to waste time. I'm not here to scroll social media. I'm not here to just mindlessly do things. That time that I'm mindlessly doing things and not working on my business is taking away from my kids or my husband. So I'm working from a to-do list and being very diligent about that. Then I get them down for a nap and I go back to work, and that's my hustle time. Once they're up from nap, it's snack time, play time. And then when husband gets home, I work for like an hour, and then it's family night. Unless I have like a call like this. but it's really about working through the cracks, but I get to choose my schedule. It's flexible according to what I created because of spending all those years building it while running a daycare. So, you know, you go through things in your life. Like when I had my baby girl going through postpartum depression, she had colic and silent reflux, and it was like the worst, one of the darkest times of my life. But my schedule was totally different then than it is now, even though I was coaching full time at that time. So it's really about being diligent on what you're doing. And we talk a lot about that when you sign up. We talk about your time and delegating and working from a to-do list and how you should be doing that. And really just with time management. So if anyone else wants to share their tips.
Yeah, I can kind of share mine since I came from, I know Chelsea's in the full-time position now, but I came from a full-time job in the corporate world, 2 kids, one of them an infant, and a husband who has crazy hours and was never at home in the evenings. So I thrived on power pockets. So you've probably heard the term power hour, where you sit down, heads down for a dedicated hour, and you have these activities that you go through to help you move your business forward. Well, it was rare if I had 1 hour to myself that wasn't at the end of the day where I was laying in bed and I could barely keep my eyes open. So I thrived on power pockets throughout my day. And I talk about this all the time, but I swear I would sit on the toilet and send messages to people. Like, that was the only 3 minutes that I had. I was going to take advantage of it. It's all about maximizing the time that you have, because like Danielle said, everybody has the same 24 hours in a day. It's just, what are you going to do with those 24 hours to help you move your business forward?
And I'll share real quick, since I'm in the grind of the 9 to 5. So for me, when I was working, when we were going to work, you know, back when we actually did that, I don't know if anybody else is still working from home. But I mean, if I wasn't doing anything at work, I'd have my phone out sending messages, I'm gonna be honest. Just doing whatever I needed to do. Before my games and stuff, I'd be sending messages, I'd be doing different things. I mean, if I got to a game early, I'd be doing a little power pockets and power hours. I'm an early riser, so I get up at 5 and I'm messaging before, I'm staying up late. That was before. Now I'm getting up at 5 still. And I've kind of separated it to where I make sure that I do different things during those time periods. So more like power pockets. So adding followers during one time and doing different things and having conversations and following up with messages, but making sure that I get those invites and things out earlier in the day if possible. So that way I'm not doing them later. So I really do work in pockets and just time and just kind of figuring out where I can go. If I'm on a meeting for work and it's nothing that I need to be doing, I am 100% doing stuff for Beachbody. And I don't think that's a bad thing to do. If you don't have to, if it's something that's not involving me, then I'll sit there and do whatever I feel like I need to do. So, because, yeah, I don't know.
I will say this, you guys. Can you hear me? Okay. I will say this. Not everybody's going to have the luxury that Chelsea does, and that's where Power Pockets truly come in. And you have to, if you trust us and you trust us as a coach, you are going to utilize the business activity tracker that we have, and you're going to break it down accordingly. And you're going to say, okay, I have a 15-minute break. What can I do in that 15 minutes? I can send out my invites. I have another 15 minutes, or I have a 30-minute lunch. I can follow up, or I can send more invites. So if you break it down accordingly, you can actually work your business within an hour a day and be fine. And that hour doesn't have to be settled. Like for me right now, where I'm standing, I have 2 kids that get on a bus at 6:50. My husband's about to go back to Saudi Arabia. So I work from the time that I put my kids on a bus until the time they get home is my work hours, right? So like 7 in the morning to 3 p.m., I have a solid schedule, but that also includes I do a lot of baking. I do a lot of recipes, and that's something I provide for my challengers and my customers. So I'm looking up new recipes. I am sending out my emails. I am creating content. I am creating trainings. I have a lot of back office stuff. Whereas in the beginning, when I was running my business as a coach coming in, I was 9 hours ahead of y'all. 9 hours ahead. So I had to use a schedule so I could make sure that my post got up at 6 o'clock in the, so I could share my post at 6 a.m. US time. So I could get on and jump on with my girls US time. So I have a nifty little, it's nothing big. Okay. But I map out my day, and you have to map out your day. If you want this, cool. But I'm going to tell you right now, if you come in and you think, hey, I can just run with it and I'm going to build my business and wing it, and you're a teacher, teachers have it rough right now. I'm not going to lie. And if you think that you're a teacher, most teachers are not just sitting doing virtual learning. I mean, it is so much right now. So like they might have to get up at 4 a.m, right? And work for an hour before they do their schoolwork and virtual teach all day. So you have to have a schedule, because the worst thing you can do is sit here and say, I have all the time in the world. Like that's going to get you in trouble, because then you're going to do nothing. So we all have different avenues, and my avenue when I started was very different from my avenue now as a coach.
Okay, so how do we support our customers? We support them through online private accountability groups. Private being the key word. You want your group to be exclusive. You don't want to sponsor the masses, but you are going to really coach those customers who are on the same journey that you are. They are going all in with their accountability and their fitness, and you want to help them through it. You're cheering them on and providing love when you need to, and empowering them to stay accountable. You're sharing tips. Every morning, I think a lot of us, side note, all three of us, four of us, we have different accountability groups. So let me just say, you don't have to make your own accountability group. If you're starting out, you're unfamiliar with it, you're not comfortable with it, always, always, always stay with your coach and add your customers into your coach's accountability group. We all started that way. I started that way with Heather, and then I just felt comfortable, and my customers were growing, and I just kind of wanted my own little group for them so I could really put in my heart and soul and focus on them and help them too. So there's no wrong way to do it. As long as you are showing them the accountability, you're giving them the support, you are helping them through tough times, give them tough love if you need to. But you're really just being that coach that you either had or you wanted. And you're just thinking of it like, if I was going through a hard time, how would I want the help to get out of it? So that's kind of how you're going to support your customers. And like I said, if you are not comfortable running your own group, always piggyback off of your coach. But also, if you do choose to run your own group, Beachbody has a lot of resources in our back office, so you don't have to come up with content. They've already made it for you. Oh, and then this one's mine too. Okay, I love this one. I'm so glad I'm talking about this one, because I was literally every single bucket of coach that we have. So there are 4 paths of coaching. There is the discount coach, which is what I started as. I had zero desire to work the business. I had done MLMs before. I was burned. I didn't want any part of it, but I just wanted the discount. I knew I was going to drink Shakeology every month. I knew I was going to drink my Energize every month, and I just wanted the discount. I loved being part of the accountability and the result, and I kind of wanted that family, so I stuck with the discount route. Well, as I started going, I kind of moved into that hobby bucket. My sister wanted to sign up. My friend wanted to sign up. And so since I was already a coach, I was like, okay, we'll just sign up under me. I'll throw you in this accountability group and we'll like work out together. It'll be so fun. So I was still getting the discount. I was still doing my program. I was still getting the accountability, but now I'm kind of getting a little bit of a side commission from helping my friends and family. I still had my full-time job. Everything was good there. I was just kind of dabbling in the making a little bit of money from it. Then I moved into the community builder bucket. So I've got my friends and my sister signed up, and now I've got these other people on Instagram who I've kind of been talking to, who they've kind of found me through hashtags and stuff, because I was still posting my whole journey on Instagram. And I was kind of talking to them, and then they were like, well, what are you doing? And I was like, well, this is what I'm doing. Like, you should come join. And so they started joining me. I started branching off and making a little community out of these people who wanted to get healthy too. Still had my full-time job at this point. And I started my own group, and I'm kind of building this fitness community of my own. And then now I am in that legacy builder bucket. I am going full-time with this company. I want to earn those trips. I want to make that big girl money, and I want to be the breadwinner for my family. So as you're kind of going through this call, think of what bucket you're in. And there's no wrong bucket, okay? Don't think you have to go full force, head into the wall, doing this, quit your job tomorrow. If that's stressful, that's fine. Just kind of dabble in the hobby coach. But if that is your path to go legacy builder one day, that is your dream, that is your vision, communicate that with your coach so that they can lead you down these paths to do that successfully.
Okay, why should you join Beachbody specifically? So as we were saying, you don't have to create the content, you don't have to create the meal plans or things that you're posting in the group, etc. So that's all provided for us, which is super cool. We help align you with the program that we think is best for you to get started with. You don't need any kind of certification. I'm a stinking college dropout, right? Like, I don't have any kind of degree. And I can still do this. And you could sign up today and you could become the top coach. Like, it doesn't, whatever your goal is, you can do. And it doesn't matter how long someone's been doing this. So you just have to, put yourself first, your health and fitness journey. And why you should be doing this, in my opinion, is like, if you could sign up with any other company, why would you sign up with Beachbody? For me, number one is health. When you go to the doctor, they tell you work out, eat healthy, right? That's what we represent. You can't get anything better than that. We change lives through health and fitness. Everybody needs that, and that will never, ever expire, ever. So Beachbody prides itself in delivering results, and that happens because of testing and make sure they're constantly innovating. For example, we have a new running program coming out. That new running program is coming out because Couch to 5K app is the #1 app that's downloaded. So what did Beachbody do? They innovated and created a program that's for running. It's brilliant. So we're constantly evolving and innovating and doing things that help our businesses and help change more lives. Another cool thing is there is no inventory. The company handles everything for us. They do the shipping, the customer service, any coach questions you have. There's no big buy-ins. And as a coach, and there are 0 sales requirements for you to remain a coach and get paid. That's another cool thing too, is a lot of companies do require you to sell a certain amount or hit whatever quota. We don't have any of that. But you are given extra rewards for remaining on a monthly home direct order. So if you're on Shakeology every single month, you get rewards for that. Because you're being a proof of the product work. You get rewarded for helping 3+ people per month. You can also earn trips, which is like one of my top favorite things about this company. My husband and I got the dream honeymoon we never thought we'd be able to have, and got to go to Cancun, completely paid for. We've been to Via Maya, we've been to cruises. I mean, I could just send a whole list. We've taken our kids to tropical places because I help at least 3 people per month get started on their journey, and I earn these trips. And you can too. You could sign up today and earn our trip to Via Maya if it doesn't get canceled by COVID in spring. Okay, I shouldn't have said that out loud because nope, we're going to Via Maya. So that's one really cool thing. And on our team, we're consistently training, supporting our coaches for business, health, fitness, and personal goals. We have weekly team calls, trainings, there's team pages, there's an endless amount of resources that are always being updated. You can join our new teammates for a number of events and workshops, as well as earn trips to hang out with us and more. There's also team retreats. A lot of I know Heather's team, our team, we do team retreats where we pick a place, and we had like this huge Airbnb. Thanks to COVID, didn't turn out so great this year, but next year it's going to be epic. So, okay, let's see. We also have our yearly conventions, which is basically like the Grammys for coaches. It's amazing. It's a great big convention where we all get together and be with our teams, and we get to have some awesome training. And that's going to be in St. Louis next year. That's where I live. Woo, so excited. Okay, let's see. Okay, did Amanda or Heather, were you going to say something?
No.
Oh, okay.
Let you roll with it.
Okay, I thought I heard someone. All right.
Oh. Well, I guess this is me. Everybody wants to know about the income, right? But we have to say this: Beachbody does not guarantee any source of income. Like, it's really based on your hard work, your ethic, and the amount of time and effort that you put into it. But the best part is, guys, you can earn an income, and I will tell you, you can earn more than your coach. You can earn more than your coach's coach. You are not limited to the amount of income that you are going to earn. And here's the thing: commissions, you're going to get 25 to 40% through retail commissions. You earn 40% commission on workout memberships. So if somebody were to sign up with Beachbody On Demand only, you'll earn $40 a year on that. Okay. So if you had 2,000 people sign up with Beachbody On Demand, you're going to down the road be a 6-figure earner. There you go. If that's the way you want to do it and that's the route you want to go. My recommendation would be a challenge pack, or what I like to call a toolkit. That's going to be your total solution. Okay. And right now it is the bomb. You're literally getting every single program that we have out. We have our newest program, MBF, MBFA, Muscle Burns Fat Advanced. Your bod ropes, you're getting all the other programs that you have, except our running one's not out yet. But every single program you've ever seen or thought about, you're getting access to for an entire year. You're going to have your option of Shakeology or Energize and Recover, or you have the option of all 3. You'll get your shaker cup. You're going to get both nutrition programs, which as a nutritionist, that's pretty bomb. Okay. You're going to get your portion control containers, or you're going to have 2B mindset, learn how to plate your food and more of a mindset learning. You're also going to have lifetime access to your accountability groups. My challenge groups, you have weekly meal plans and emails with tips and tricks sent to you. You're also going to have one-on-one coaching with your coach, okay? And so that's going to be the best way to get your toolkit to get started, and you're going to make $50 to $60 on that toolkit. So if you have somebody else sign up with that, $50 to $60 commission on your base toolkit. It's important really to stress the value, you guys, of our challenge pack. Challenge pack is a Beachbody term. I like to call it a toolkit because you're not only getting your fitness, but you're getting your nutrition. And together, you guys, plus that support is going to have you getting your results. Okay. So you want a total solution for them, not just, hey, there's your workouts like Peloton does, right? There's your app, there's your workouts, now go do them. Okay. They aren't, you can't sit there and get thousands of recipes and meal plans sent to you and one-on-one like coaching support, right? You can probably go find things on YouTube for free, but like, what are you getting from that? You're going to get the workout, but you're not getting a total solution. Next part is your residual income, okay? I, at this phase, still love having my commissions. That's where you see this thing called Success Club every month, and you'll see points, and you'll learn more about that. But like, I have this goal to help 20 to 30 people a month. That's my goal. It's a goal that I always have, and if I made it, cool. If I don't, guess what? That goal is not going away. But this is residual income. This is where you have started to build underneath you a little bit. You have people that are on home direct, and you are going to make income regardless if you sell a challenge pack, okay? So this is where your customers are going to continue their monthly orders, okay? For example, Shakeology, you get $32 a month in commission. Your performance stack, you get $30 a month. Your beach bars, you get $30 a month, right? So guess what? If you helped 3 people a month do that, normally your products that you have will be paid for. And I always say that, like, start with a small goal, right? Help 3 people a month and get your Shakeology and your Energize paid for. That's pretty bomb itself. So that is why it's so important to be proof of the product. Because if you're going to sign up and be a coach and you're not going to do any of this and you're not going to do the program and you're not going to drink your shakes or your Energize and your Recover, it's going to be really, really, really hard to talk on it. I don't use every single product. I've tried all the products. I love Bevy, but maybe TMI, Bevy and my stomach, they don't go well together, like at all, okay? So I'll have Bevy when I can, but Shakeology and Hashimoto's and celiacs, it's been the best thing for my digestive tract in like 10 years, okay? Energize, I no longer have coffee unless I want a pumpkin spice latte, okay? That's probably the only time you're going to see me have coffee, and it's going to be a cold brew. But now my energy source is all natural and plant-based, and I love it, and it helps me get more water in, and like I drink it all the time. But being proof of the product, talk on the products. Beach bars, my kids freaking love them. I throw them in my purse, and that's like an after snack for soccer or tennis or something like that. But here's the thing, if you help 3 customers a month, that's $150 your first month, right? So over a 3-month period, what would an extra $800 do? Boom, you guys, we're in the last 3 months of the year. What would $800 look like for you for Christmas? And I'm being serious. If you could pay cash for Christmas this year and go all in with this, that first 3 people in that first month that you get started with their challenge pack, that's $150. They stay on the next month as home direct, and a lot of them do, and it's the way you present this to them. I 100% say, give your Shakeology 3 months. You're not going to see these amazing results in the benefit of Shakeology if you're drinking it every other day or every 3 days. Give it 3 months if you're serious. Month 2, you sign up 3 more people, right? And you have those 3 people from the month before. Guess what? That's another, like, that's $246, right? And then that 3rd month, you do the same thing and help 3 people, and you have the 6 people from months prior. That's $396. So in that 3-month period, by you doing that and keeping people on home direct and keeping people active and engaged and keeping them going in their journey, you've made an extra $792, right? And that's the magic, you guys, of residual income. Because if you continuously do this and you're continuously inviting and continuously building the business, over time, your residual income is going to overtake your commissions. And I say that 5 years later, because even like now, it's been a hard month. I have a lot going on. My husband's leaving again on Saturday. I don't know when I'm going to see him. And like, honestly, I've been so blessed to have a residual income, being consistent with showing up every day, adding people, continuously following up with my customers, helping them because they continuously purchase and they're continuously on their journey. And that has allowed me to have an income come in every single Thursday. And that income has allowed my husband to be stuck at home since COVID happened, you guys. Okay? Team bonus. Fun fact, you're paid every single Thursday. Like tomorrow, I'm going to wake up. And that's like the first thing I do is I'm like, what are you celebrating today to my team? Why? Because it's so fun. Like, who doesn't like to get paid once a week? I don't care if it's your target fund, if it's your fund that you need because you want to go on a family vacation, if you've never had a honeymoon, if you want to replace that income that you have right now with the job that you hate, if you want a second stream of income, you get paid every Thursday. If you want to pay off your debt, right? You get a fast start bonus, right? So every single time you sign up 5 coaches within a 5-week period, which I think Laura's on here, and it comes to mind because she's just signed up her 5th coach, she'll get a $100 fast start bonus. Should be on her check tomorrow. FYI, Laura. So that's with a challenge pack or Shakeology Home Direct. This team cycle bonus, here we go. When you hit your first rank, as an Emerald coach, that's you plus 2, and we'll talk about that when you start. That's a decision. Once you hit that, that's like building, you're starting to build your business. It's kind of complicated to explain, so we will go into that, but once you start earning your cycle bonus, you start earning these things, like this thing called a cycle. So if you have a certain amount of volume here and a certain amount of volume here, because you're in a binary leg system, you earn pretty much money off of that every single week, okay? So it might only look like a small amount, but guess what? That small amount, say as a diamond coach, you earn $18 a cycle. What if that cycled 100 times, right? Like, what if that cycles 200 times? Then it's not so little anymore. And it adds up, you guys. So then you have your matching bonus. If you have coaches on your team that are Emerald coaches and earning a cycle bonus, you get 5 to 10% of that matched to you as a coach. So Chelsea earns a cycle bonus, right? Amanda earns a cycle bonus. I have several Emeralds on my team that earn a cycle bonus, and I earn 5 to 10% matched. It's not getting taken away from them. It's being matched to me. And then you have a quarterly bonus, which is pretty freaking cool, okay? So it starts at 2-star. You get a 2-star quarterly bonus, right? So like, you know, when you're in a company and you get this bonus once a year, try quarterly. You have to hold your qualification for 6 weeks within that 3-month period, right? So right now, say I'm shooting to go 5-star. I have to hold 5-star for 6 weeks. That's me and 5 of my diamonds. We have to hold our qualification for 6 weeks, and I will earn my 5-star bonus and my 2-star bonus. Okay, so you earn it for 2-star, 5-star, 10-star, 15-star, and now they have a new double superstar and a triple superstar, which that's, you know, that's gold right there. But that can equal an extra, you know, 800 as a 2-star to 1,300 based on how many diamonds or star diamonds, 2-star diamonds are in that pool that quarter, okay? So just think about that, because it's not just commissions, it's not just residual income, but it's fast start bonus, your team cycle bonus, your matching bonus, and a quarterly bonus, okay? And once you hit 2-star, you get to franchise yourself out again, and you get to open up your second business center. So long term for you guys, it's a good thing, and you can do it. But first things first, your only requirement is a $15.95 monthly service fee, okay? It covers your websites, which Beachbody gives to you, as well as your Coach Online office to help you run your business, your customer support, and the inventory and order fulfillment centers, because we do not have to keep inventory at all. Your fee goes towards the training and support that's available all in your online office, okay? If your spouse or you is active duty military or a veteran, your monthly fee is waived, which is pretty freaking cool, because we love our military and we love our spouses. We have a lot of them that work this business in the States, in Canada, and even overseas, okay? You can cancel at any time. You have no long-term commitment. And guess what? You can literally just become a boot camp, like be in our boot camp as a customer if you want. But if you're gonna order the products, you guys, seriously, 100%, it's totally worth it to become at least a discount coach. Because discount on Shakeology is like 2 free bags of Shakeology a year, if you wanna break it down like that, okay? So your next step, reach out to your coach. If you're a customer already, we can convert you to a coach with a completion pack, which means you'll have the $39 fee waived, and you'll add on some Energize, Recover, and some Shakeology, okay? If you're not a coach yet, and you're not a customer yet, we'll start you with your toolkit, okay? That means we're gonna sign you up with your total solution package. Your fee is waived initially to sign up, and we will put you through training, whether it's on my team, Danielle's team. We're all rocking it out together right now, so like, it's fun. Danielle and I aren't even on this, we're not in the same upline, okay? But her and I have a mastermind we run together, and we are both, the cool thing about it is we both have goals that we wanna meet, and they're very similar. And so we were like, why not run with this together? And Amanda and Chelsea are some of my top leaders on my team. We do this together, you guys. We have trainings that are provided for you. We have power hours, which is work time that there's provided for you every single day that's recorded. So if you can't jump on at that time, it's recorded and you can do it when you can. But your first thing is literally to start with you, to show up every single day and take people through their program. Take people through the journey of your program to getting healthy, and invite people along the way. That's what I did. I didn't make it hard and complicated. I showed up, was like, this is like day 1 of the 21-day fix. Like, I didn't even say 21. Well, at that time it was, I did. But like, tell people that you're on this health and fitness journey, and ask them to hold you accountable. Ask them to call you out if like you don't show up. Use this as your journal. And that's truly what I do. If you go to my page, I'm raw, I'm real, I'm honest. You're not going to see a highlight reel, because that's just not who I am. But my superpower in this business is I've been consistent for 5.5 years. I show up when I don't want to. I show up at the airport at, London Heathrow when I'm traveling to Saudi Arabia, because I still travel to and from. My husband still works over there. So if you think that my life has gotten any easier, no, it's probably got more complicated, because now I have 2 kids in school here. I have to figure out when we can go see daddy, and I'm going 27 hours on a plane over there. And I still show up every day. Okay? So where are you going to be when we get off this call, right? Are you going to say tomorrow's my day 1? You're not going to wait until Monday, because there's no point in waiting until Monday to say, I'm ready. It's, I'm ready now. Like, I'm done with the excuses. I'm tired of waiting. Because guys, I said no 6 times. Kim up there in the corner said no for 3 years to me. And that's okay, right? You have to do it when you're ready. But know that you can be your biggest fan and say yes to at least jumping in and starting your health and wellness journey, and knowing that you have a full community to back you up and not let you fail. So that is all I have for you guys. Does anybody have questions? I see a ton of stuff in the chat. And yeah, guys, the community is so freaking big. That's why I actually joined Beachbody, was for the community.
I don't think any of us intended this to be so long, but we appreciate you guys staying on and listening. And yeah, any questions?